The Adventures of Kitana. Episode 4. Kitana and Tivon, Warriors in Love. Please like, share and subscribe. Continued from Episode 3. In the lush, ancient forest, where the trees whispered secrets and the air was thick with enchantment, Kitana gently caressed Tivon's arm and briefly closed her eyes as she continued to tell him about her life. The village I once called home was now a place of constant danger, and my transformation from a helpless child to a skilled thief was born from necessity. She sighed in dismay, her eyes gloomy. I understand, Tivon whispered gently and stroked her cheek. He could feel her pain. With each passing year, my drive to survive evolved into a quest for power and wealth. I became known for my skillful thievery, building a reputation amongst my fellow thieves. But beneath my hardened exterior lay a deeper ambition, a longing for the sacred golden eggs said to be hidden in the enchanted forest. Those eggs were rumored to possess immense power, capable of granting untold riches and influence. The tales of the golden eggs fascinated me. I believed that their power could not only secure my future but also offer me a means to reshape my destiny. So, driven by a desire to claim the eggs for myself and use their magic to amass great wealth and live in a house made with gold, I embarked on a daring quest armed with a map I stole from an old witch. With that, I wove my way through the forest, jumping and evading the traps set to protect the golden eggs. I climbed over large monstrous rocks and went through eerie dark caves. The forest was alive with danger. Whispering winds carried warnings, and shadows flitted past me with watchful eyes. Wild animals and ugly ancient creatures lurked in dark corners. I fought and defeated lions and many wild animals that attacked me as I inched closer to the hidden sanctuary. But just when I wanted to take an egg, Maduka appeared with his glimmering emerald scales and eyes like molten gold. He is the foremost guardian of the eggs. I could have been dead by now. I thought he would kill me for daring to steal the eggs, but after I pleaded with him and honestly told him the reason I tried to do so, he had mercy and spared me. He understood that the memory of the centaur invasion and the loss of my family fueled my desire to obtain the mystical treasures. "Wow, you were lucky," Tivon said, gently stroking her lovely face. Yes, I was. And that was how I changed from a young girl who had lost everything to a fierce warrior and guardian of the sacred golden eggs, driven by the same determination that had carried me through the darkest times of my life. She chuckled slightly. "I truly admire your strength, courage and bravery, Kitana," he said with a nod, understanding the weight of her role. "Please, I will be glad if you could help me. I will be eternally grateful. And then together we could stop the centaurs, rescue my brother, and finally bring a lasting peace to so many villages and people. We could stop this menace and destruction of lives and properties. Together we could, Kitana," he said, peering deep into her lovely eyes once again. Moved by his plea and sincerity, Kitana agreed to aid him. As they leaned in closer and shared a passionate kiss, suddenly a roar echoed through the forest, shaking the very trees. From the depths of the woods emerged Maduka, a massive serpent with glimmering emerald scales and eyes like molten gold which burned with malevolent fire, and fangs as long as swords. The huge serpent roared, shaking the very ground beneath Tivon's feet. Maduka, sensing the presence of an intruder and his threat to Kitana, began to attack Tivon with fiery breath. Tivon knew he could not defeat Maduka. Remembering the wizard's words, he approached the serpent with respect and courage. Instead of attacking back fiercely, he used his agility to evade and dodge Maduka's flames and vicious strikes. Kitana, seeing the true threat to Tivon, stepped in to defend him. So with a voice full of desperation and authority, she pleaded with Maduka. "Please, Maduka, listen. He is not our enemy. He seeks to save his brother and stop the evil that plagues our lands. Do not harm him." Then Maduka's fiery eyes bore into Tivon, and for a tense moment it seemed that his fate hung in the balance. But as Kitana continued to speak with passion and urgency, Maduka hesitated, his massive head swiveling between the two warriors. Finally, Maduka's gaze softened, and he backed away, the flames subsiding. He recognized the truth in Kitana's words and the genuine heart of Tivon, just like the old wizard told him. He was also intrigued by his bravery and compassion. Then, with a rumbling growl, Maduka retreated into the forest, leaving Tivon and Kitana standing amidst the shifting light of the forest. Breathing heavily but relieved, Tivon thanked the heavens for sparing his life. Surely, true strength came not from force, but from the heart. Then he turned to Kitana. "Thank you for saving me. I didn't expect such help, especially from someone I just met, who barely knows me, but whom I have fallen in love with," he said meekly and gave her a hug. Kitana smiled, her eyes reflecting both friendship and love. "We are allies now, bound by a common goal. Let us work together and end the threat that looms over our lands." Afterwards, Tivon and Kitana formed an alliance as they trained together. A bond formed between them which was strengthened by their admiration of each other's skill and warmth of mutual respect. It was a newfound friendship which gladdened the heart of Maduka. They often trained near a shimmering river that meandered through the lush, enchanted forest. The river was their sanctuary, a place where they could hone their skills while escaping the shadows of their past. There, Kitana, with her fierce spirit and past of loss, and Tivon, with his heart set on avenging the death of his parents and rescuing his brother, found a shared purpose in their training. Each day, they practiced their swordplay and combat techniques, their movements becoming increasingly synchronized. In the enchanted forest, Kitana, Tivon, and Maduka faced and defeated giants and evil ugly creatures that came to steal the sacred golden eggs. Their battles were fierce, but always victorious, their strength complemented by their growing affection for one another and the deep connection forged in the heat of battle. The end of Episode 4. Episode 5, The Quest for Vengeance, coming soon. Please like, share and subscribe. Please tell us in the comment section what you like about this story. Thank you.